Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, it is Rolly, and for those of you who don't know who I am a holistic life and wellness coach with Bridging the Gap Wellness. And so this morning woke up congested, but today is Monday, and it is the prompt of being able to, like, what is it that we're actually going to be calling in this week? Um, so just wanted to be able to kind of touch base on this energy that's actually been that so many people are talking about, and so many people watched and or captured pictures. And I'm looking, I think that it's amazing how many pictures and stuff that we've actually been able to see, how many people have actually been able to capture this. In our neck of the woods, it is freezing, 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 freezing cold. And so our northeast region, everybody except for our area has declared a snow day, or buses canceled. And so, except for our region, so everybody around us, excuse me, everybody around us, Anja, has canceled school buses except for our region, which is kind of interesting. So, so what I wanted to do is for this week, being able to bring in. So this is the theme that I'm bringing in for this week. Is around the energy of the total lunar eclipse, of being able to release those things that are no longer serving us. So an astrologer that I have been following has actually talked about the fact that, because I'm just learning the astrology part of following the moon cycles, because I've always traditionally followed the moon cycles as part of my traditional heritage of being Métis. But the so I'm actually learning. So my goal for this year, 2019, is to learn more about the astrological part of, there's my French coming out, the astrological part of the of following the lunar cycle. And so really looking forward to learning more about that, and how that, and I know that it affects us, I just don't know how it actually affects us. So that is my goal this in 2019, started the end of November, being able to, hi Colleen, is starting the end of November, learning more about it. So that is my my 2019 resolution, if you want to call it that. But that is my own self-learning this year. So, but one of the things, like I said, the phenomenon is already going through. Everybody that is on my news feed was posting either about it or sharing information, sharing pictures, and again this morning, right? So, but one of the things that I've learned is that apparently a total lunar eclipse happens. So if it happens now, then 6 months down the road is when it actually kind of continues. So when we actually kind of pick up the energy of that is over the next 6 months. And so that is what my question is. So over the next 6 months, what are some of the things that you are shedding so that you can actually bring in new for this year? So for over the next 6 months. So one of the things that this lunar eclipse does is that it gives us the opportunity to be able to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. So really ironic that it is my turn to be able to jump on, because as much as, and I shared this last week, is that as much as I do jump on live, that whole, it makes me feel uncomfortable to jump on live, and who's watching and who's going to be saying what, and do they agree, do they disagree, are they going to like me, are they not going to like me, so all those things, despite the fact that I'm actually jumping on still brings up a lot of that discomfort. And so over the next 6 months is for me is really making sure that I am stepping into that being being more visible around video and being more visible around jumping on live and trying to do it in a way that is more consistent, as opposed to, okay, I'm jumping on. I'm jumping on. I got the nerve, I've got the energy, I've got the motivation, so I'm going to jump on, which is typically how I do my lives. And I may continue to do that, but my intention is to be able to do it more consistently and more specifically. So I may not have a specific time. Hi, Shani. I may not have a specific time that I'm jumping on, but I'm going to still make sure that I'm doing it as frequently as possible. So at least once a week is what I am committing to over the next 6 months, with something to be able to share. So that is, so that's kind of where I'm at. If I can do it more often, then that's definitely, but I don't want to set myself up for failure. So being able to do that once a week. So once a week where I actually jump on my regular Facebook feed, so my Bridging the Gap Wellness page, and just being able to jump on and being more visible, and just to jump on, not because I am jumping on because I have something, an announcement to make or something like that. That is outside of that. So yeah, that is where I'm pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. What are you guys doing? So, or have you guys even thought about it, right? So the other thing that this total lunar eclipse does is allows us to be able to peel off the layers of things that are no longer serving us. And so like each full moon, that is one of the things that I do, is I do a forgiveness ritual. I do a and then bring it forward, like turn it around with a gratitude. And so those are coming. Oh my goodness, I woke up this morning with congestion happening. So being to have those, being able to release those things that no longer serve me. So I do that on a regular monthly basis. And so for this particular full moon is that I've taken it even, I want to take it even further. I want to take it even deeper. Just because this energy will carry me forward. So things that I've actually been hanging on to for a long time, that I've done small releases, and I'm saying small because I'm saying like it's just been each full moon. So because I'm carrying this over the next 6 months, is like those things that I've actually been hanging on to that keep coming back. And so my intention for this total lunar eclipse is being able to release that in full. So that is so that's part of it. And breaking some patterns. So getting rid of old things and habits that I've actually been into so that I can actually make room for some new ones. So since starting to work from home, one of the things is that I don't do my regular routine as I did when I was actually working outside of the home, which that's kind of one of the perks of being able to be at home. But being able to get back into my own regular routines. And so in the spring I had started walking, which was great. Things were going really well. And then something happened and then I stopped. And so obviously I am not walking in this freezing cold weather. I don't like winter to begin with. So taking in the energy of going for a walk in this cold is just not going to happen. So but being able to find ways of being able to create my my habits. So a lot of times, because I'm just at home, is that I don't necessarily get dressed to work. So so being able to still get into that habit of getting dressed and feeling good and doing the things that I need to do for me, whether I was actually staying at home or not. And having PJ days are great, except for that I can't be doing it all the time. Oftentimes I'll actually not get dressed until the afternoon, but just kind of getting into those habits for me. So making sure that I'm drinking enough water, making sure that I am eating clean. This is an intention that I have set several times. And being at home all the time, I find that it makes it even more difficult because it's easier for me to be able to just go and reach over into the pantry. When I physically leave, then it's easy because I bring whatever it is that I need to bring with me if I'm eating clean and I'm bringing and I'm planning that. So I really need to be more conscious of not just reaching into the pantry and eating something that ultimately is bought because somebody in the house wants that as opposed to me. So if it's not here, then I'm not necessarily eating it. So really tapping into that for me is something that's really, really important for me to be able to do over this next 6 months. And so again, I'm going to ask, what is it that you guys are doing? Have you guys even thought about it, right? So some of you guys may not have even thought about what is it that you're actually wanting to do and what is it that you're actually wanting to bring in. So the other part of it is that this energy brings in a dramatic close. So so something that you've actually been carrying and hanging on to, or that something has shifted, and so you may have that abrupt change of, okay, that's not what you're doing anymore. And really interestingly, that's one of the things that I've done, is that a lot of the programs and stuff that I've been offering, I am shutting those down leading into the new moon in Aries. So like getting all that planning and changing so that whether I'm actually going to be able to do that. So those are things that I know for sure that as of the end of this month, that there are certain programs, and I've notified the clients of them, of there's certain programs that I am not doing. We're moving them into or grandfathering them into other programs if they choose to, but it's but I'm doing those abrupt. It was like, okay, no. So the new moon in Capricorn had me thinking about like what the processes were, what was going on, and so so this leading into this total lunar eclipse, that was one of the things that's like, oh no, definitely these are what it is that I'm doing. And it was just really interesting that a couple of days ago it was like, okay, no, full decision, this is where it is that I'm at, where it is that I'm going. And so making the plans and to be able to create those shifts, because as much as there is something that ends, there's always something that comes out of it. So we actually rebirth something new, and or that we reshift the way that we're actually doing things. So just but this total lunar eclipse is going to help us get more empowered and help us get recharged. So we're actually ready to move forward over the next 6 months. And so even though we're focusing on this week, so what steps are you taking this week? But if you haven't already thought about it, and or that you're interested, and let me know. Hi, Melissa. So let me know what kind of things, and I forgot to turn off my phone before I jumped on my live, but let me know, what are some of the things that you guys are doing this week? What are some of the things that you guys are capturing? And so really looking forward to hearing what you guys have to share this week. And yeah, so I will talk to you all soon, and let me know. So comment below, let me know what's happening. And so I'm sure, I guess it's probably Melissa and Melissa and not Melissa, because there's only one S. But yeah, let me know how things are going. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys are just hopping on, then go back to the beginning. And for those of you catching the replay, #replay, I'd love to be able to know what your thoughts are about it. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now. Have a great week. Lisa, I just got your message before I hopped off, so haha. So I'm assuming that was actually accurate. Anyway, I will talk to you. Let me know. I'd actually really like to know which pronunciation it is, whether it's Melissa 1 or Melissa 2. So let me know. Bye.